At any rate, as a recap of where we've been at, last time around, we discovered that the victim's wife had taken out a life insurance policy on him not long before the murder happened, which seems significant. We also had the chance to visit HeartSafe, which is the insurance agency in question. That has given us a new lead here, which we can likely investigate. Now that we've spoken to the insurance agent, we likely can start asking other people about insurance. And thanks for letting me know about that, Aura. I'll turn my mic a little down and the game a little up. Sorry about that. How's the audio here? Am I still too loud? Okay, perfect. I'll leave the audio like this for the time being then. Alright, well now that we've done this...
Harold, do you intend to spend the rest of your life working on this case? Hurry up, will you? We're busy here. We got a lot of things to do in case you haven't noticed.
The guy's always so aggressive about this. It's kind of incredible. So we have pulled in a few people for interrogation, but I think searching for leads is going to be more valuable at this point in time. So I'm going to start asking
Still
people
more questions.
about the insurance policy.
My wife Helen died of cancer about 20 years ago. What happened? What happened?
That's right. This guy's very dodgy about the Red Tie Club, which is interesting, I think.
I have nothing else to tell the police.
Let's see. I'm just going to remind myself the name of the insurance agent.
How's the investigation?
Once I remember the name of the insurance agent, I'll start asking people about him as well. That's right, Turner.
You mean to tell me that you don't know who the murderer is yet? You know, if you keep working at this pace, people are going to lose confidence in us. Solve this case soon, or there are going to be angry folks knocking down our doors.
He's always angry at you. It's kind of incredible.
Still more questions.
Alright, looks like Turner isn't actually an option to ask about this guy about, which is interesting. I'll try going another couple of places, and it seems like if he's consistently not an option, I'll instead just ask about the insurance policy.
Welcome. Sorry.
Okay, he doesn't know Turner either, huh?
My car? I drive a white Mercedes. Why? Business? I don't know exactly, but I guess it's going okay. I don't know. It's a horse riding club. Bill used to...
Definitely think that Red Tie Club is going to be important at some point.
Oh, you again.
This guy's always so angry at us. Okay, so pretty consistently we can't ask about Turner, so I think asking about the guy is going to be a non-starter. But we can ask about the insurance policy.
Insurance? I don't know anything about it.
What? I haven't the faintest idea. I don't own a gun. Martha is my second wife. I don't... It's going fairly well, thank you.
I feel like the surest sign that this is a game about America made outside America is the number of people with money who don't drive. I feel like if this were made in the US, it'd be considered natural that of course everyone here drives.
Oh, it's Mr. Harold. Sure, I wear earrings.
Good for you. So I'm asking about the earrings here because we know that the deceased had earrings that he'd prepared for someone who wasn't his wife. And she apparently doesn't know the first thing about
I
it.
don't have a car. The only... Sorry.
So right now I'm just making the rounds of asking a few questions about our current leads before I start taking a different tactic.
I don't... Now that you mention it, that night...
Sorry, I don't usually drop earrings in married men's bedrooms.
Yeah, that's reasonable, I think.
I drive a white Mustang.
Alright, I'm gonna skip these next few and head straight to individuals' houses. I think that talking to people who are in
Please come in.
individuals rather than companies is going to be more valuable at this point.
Earrings? They must be Janet's.
You'd like them to be Janet's. Ahoy, Shati.
I don't know what you're talking about. Yes, I drive a red Ford. There's someone I'm interested in, but... It's a horse riding club.
So I don't think it's likely that we're going to find anything new, but I'm going to go ahead and keep searching the other room here just in case, because it has happened before that evidence has appeared in a place once we know it's there to look for it.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Fair enough. Alright. We didn't get anything new there. We can head to the other Robin's house. Much fancier one.
Who is it? What do you want?
What about Alright, she doesn't really know much about
I
it.
remember hearing that years and years ago, Mr. Robbins was involved in some sort of club. I think that was the name.
Yeah, so that's interesting that Mr. Robbins was involved in the club. Again, I think we just need to finally get a genuine lead on that one.
Well, there is something that... Well, I had a husband and...
Right, I don't have a search warrant for here, but I can get one. That's a useful hint. Well, now that I know that the E. Robbins house is a place we'll be able to get a search warrant for at some point, I'm gonna have to keep that in mind. It seems like the show warrant option only shows up if it's a place you can eventually get a warrant for.
How can I help you? It's a local wi... Well, I was... Well,
Very telling comment. You don't know who
the
left
night
your
Bill was
house.
murdered, I heard someone leave the house.
I did go out that night. I guess I forgot. I had promised to meet someone.
Who did you meet, Tony? Why don't you tell us about that?
I hate to... What's that? I hate to say this, but...
Alright, and Lucy. I suspect she's not going to have any useful information, but we'll find out.
I was feeling yeah. It's a... It's...
Still wonder what exactly is going to be the story with Randall. Alright, we do have a search warrant for here already. Don't think there's anything left of interest here, but let's search and find out. Oh, what is that? Company account book, huh? Okay. Well, I'm gonna have to take that over to the police station and see what we have about it. So I did get new evidence. Good. Alright, let's head back to the Randall Clinic, because I do feel like there might be something else to search for. There's no one here because we've already arrested Randall himself for being a suspect in the case. Alright, nothing else here, fair enough.
What do you want?
Right, she's still here. So the clinic is empty, but there's someone at home.
Funny, isn't it?
There really does seem to be something about that scalpel. Just know that's going to be important. For context, for people who missed a previous session, I discovered while searching the doctor's office, but the home, a single scalpel that he took home, which seems like incredibly weird behavior. So I just know something's going to have happened with that scalpel.
Nothing in particular. Not.
She seems very suspicious about the wig as well.
I don't have.
And I'll do one last search here, since it does seem like it's affected things a couple of times. Alright. Nothing here, it sounds like. So we can move on. Stanley Howard. So Stanley was the murder mystery author who became suddenly suspiciously rich, despite not having sold any new books. We've already taken him in as a suspect on the case, though we don't have any evidence that he's involved yet, which means that his home is completely empty right now. And there's no actual evidence in there, though. This place was purely only of interest in terms of the knife that was stolen from there. There's no actual suspects and nothing that searching here would be useful for. So I have a suspicion that we've already done everything we need to do. But we'll see.
Yeah. Mr.
So not much else of interest here, it looks like. So we can move on as well. Head over to the Carringtons. We really need to get to the bottom of that pistol that was found here.
There's no pistol in this house.
There's no pistol in this house because I seized it as evidence. Thank you very much. For reference, we discovered the son had a pistol in his home, which had seemed very suspicious.
I know nothing about it.
Alright, she has nothing to tell me about the insurance policy, fair enough.
My first husband was a member of the Red Tie Club. That's the charity organization that Mrs. Holding chairs. No.
Who else? I still find it fascinating switching between the very clearly photo-based ones and the more illustration-looking portraits like this one.
I'm tired now. Please come back some other time.
Oh, that's not a suspicious response at all, is it?
Earrings? I've got dozens of pairs. I don't know. I meant... a knife? What do you... Earrings?
Right, she really won't tell me anything about that policy. And she seems suspiciously nervous about the knife. So Ralph is the one with the gun. Surprisingly, we haven't been able to arrest him yet, despite his possession of what might be an illegal gun. At least one that no one else knew about. I think there's something worth talking about, Ralph.
I don't know anything about any insurance policy. I don't know anything about that. No. I don't have... Okay, I kind of forgot. No. I don't... There's nothing...
Alright, I'm going to do another search here again, see if anything else happens to show up. Still nothing, huh? That sure is a kitchen. Alright, nothing new. Got a little bit of confirmation of what we already had, but really nothing new.
You again. Well.
Yes, thank you. Now this guy, I seem to recall,
It was just
yes,
for fun,
he was
no
one of the
big
people who
deal.
ran the Red
Just a
Tie
bunch of
Club, which
buddies who shared a
seems
common interest.
very relevant to us, but doesn't actually want to talk about it. The fact that it keeps coming up makes it really seem like it's going to be a major part of gameplay. Or major part of the plot.
Marriage? Never. Business at the movie theater is going great. Wonderful. Couldn't be better. It's none of my business, but I'll... Edward...
So I'm going to try another search here because I think I have a search warrant. Yes. Let's see if there's anything. Do love that note about searching the fireplace. Hey, Genesis Temple. Welcome. I don't think I've ever heard of Italian Night 1999 before. Still nothing. I feel like we haven't found anything in here yet, which seems suspicious to me. I feel like there has to be something there.
I've already told you everything I know.
What about...
I don't wear a wig.
Wig is her own natural hair color, so I think it makes sense that she hasn't been wearing a wig.
I have never used a pistol. I don't want to... My car... Other than what...
And let's see, I think I have a warrant for here. Yes, I do. Let's do a search. Alright, nothing here at the moment, but let's see. We still have a handful of other spots. And then I'll go take that evidence I found and bring it over to the police station.
Come to think of it, I was...
Alright, as expected, this priest really has no useful information for us whatsoever. Except to remind us about the cemetery. Oh wow, a time limit in a murder mystery game like that sounds brutal, Genesis Temple. I could see that being really hard.
You surprised me.
I do like that the nature of this kind of game means that this man never leaves the cemetery. He's next to this one grave like 24/7 for days on end.
If only there was a membership list.
Right, I forgot about that clue. Yes, he gave us a bit more info about the Red Tie Club, and if only there were a membership list. If only we could find out who the members of the club were. Which I suspect, based on evidence, would have to be either the older Robbins or the movie theater guy.
As they say, I was in the... You know, I talked to Sarah Shields about it. I got the strongest feeling that she knew the assailant and was, for some reason, keeping his identity to herself.
Okay, that's interesting. I wasn't expecting to get actual information about that crime from him. That, I guess, is a sign that I should actually go try to ask Sarah about it. So I think what I'll do first is I'll head over to the police station, drop off that new evidence.
Any new leads? Show me what you found. This looks like a secret HH company account book. Look at how much money the company borrowed. Its financial situation must be grim.
Ooh, that's interesting. We'd heard that their finances weren't good, but that's hard evidence that their finances are really bad. Which is useful, I think.
Hi, Daisy.
Is there anyone here that might be relevant to the HH company's finances? No. But if we head to prosecution, I wonder if there's any more search warrants that I can get at this point.
Come on.
I've forgotten which places I have and haven't gotten warrants for, and there's no harm to doing all of them. So I'm just going to go through the list and see if there's anywhere I can get a new warrant for. This list definitely includes a few places you can't actually search at all, which I guess makes sense.
Come on. Come on. Come on.
Okay, no new places. As far as arrest warrants go, I wonder if I have enough to get Ralph on.
Listen, Harold.
Really? The gun isn't enough evidence, huh? I kind of figured maybe it would have been. So I'm assuming that means I don't have enough evidence to bring anyone else in for questioning.
Harold. Listen. Listen.
Yep, okay, no new warrants. Fair enough.
How's the investigation coming along?
Well, that being the case, I'm going to try talking to Sarah Shields, who should be over at the Hungry Fisherman.
More questions, Inspector?
Alright, let's talk to Sarah and see if she's willing to talk to us about the crime anymore.
I have no idea who did it. I have no...
Interesting.
Sorry. That night
So she will not actually talk about it, even though we've got a hint that she might have more than she's letting on. Interesting.
No. His murder...
Right, asking her about Bill often came with a woman with long blonde hair, but we found a blonde wig. So there's a very real chance that the woman in question, at least on the night of the murder, was someone who doesn't naturally have blonde hair. This whole time I've been fixated on the idea of, oh, maybe it was his secretary, but that's not guaranteed anymore. It could have been someone else. So that's useful, I think. Let's see.
I don't. He's been here a couple. I don't.
I suspect she's not going to have any other
I don't know it.
much other information about the other
She's been
people here, but
before.
let's see.
She looks like a gentle person. The kind-
Yeah, I'm getting the impression that Janet is a little more vicious than she's letting on. I feel like there's probably something else happening there.
Don't know him. Well, I don't really care about other people's lives, so it's not surprising that I don't know these people.
Fair enough.
Who? Doesn't ring a bell. My boss is a good guy. He owns the Gaslight Theater. He's easy to recognize because he always has a big cigar sticking out of his mouth. Hey, wait a minute. I saw Mr. McVeigh near the college when I was going home from work the night of the murder. He might have been coming from the church.
Interesting. Okay, night of the murder might have been coming from the church. That, I think,
He owns the Gaslight
might
Theater.
be new information. We should try asking him about that, I think. Because he claimed not to have gone out that night.
He would.
But first, let's see if Paul remembers anything about that.
He's a big man in town. He only owns a crummy theater, but apparently he's quite wealthy.
Theater.
Of course, Stanley.
Not gonna tell me about him, huh? Alright, a couple of things here. First, I'm going to try asking at the bank again. I think there might be a little more information
I understand, Mr. Harris.
than we've gotten
President's
here
office is
before.
right this way.
And next, I'm going to talk to McBain again. That does sound like he's got more going on in this case than he wants to admit to.
Ew. No, I don't know, but Liberty.
Really do wonder who exactly Mr. Holding has turned to get the money to keep his business afloat.
I wasn't. I've had business dealings with him. He was young, but highly skilled. You know, only a few days ago, the construction of his company's new parking lot was completed. Mr. McVeigh has been doing business with our bank for a long time.
I hope you forget the dialogue updates to reference people being under suspicion after you've arrested them. I think that's a cute touch.
She used to be Bill. I've had. Excuse my bluntness, but the director of the H.H. Company is a servile flatterer.
That's
And it
harsh.
appears to me that his company is financially unsound.
You really like to gossip about your customers, don't you?
Excuse my bluntness, but the he's a serious. He's Bill Robbins' father-in-law.
That's right. Something weird is going on with the sale of that land there.
He's Bill Robbins'
Oh, hey, Kit.
father-in-law. You know that the land. He's Bill Rob.
Alright, not much new information here, it sounds like. I'm going to try heading to McBain's place again. There really has got to be something going on with
You would.
him in this red tie club.
It's none of my business. It's none of my... Edward left here at about 10 o'clock, and then I went to bed.
He doesn't want to admit the fact that we've got his alibi contradicted. Huh. But we absolutely have, so we know for sure at this point that he's lying about that. Really nothing. Okay. Wonder what possible other clues that could be missing here that would give us some more information. I'm going to go back and the police station and take a quick peek at the evidence again. See if there's any possible information about the any pieces of evidence here that I've maybe missed.
They're made of silver and look expensive. The initials SM are written on them. There are no bloodstains or fingerprints.
Right, so these earrings we've talked about a couple of times are something that were found over at the victim's place, which indicates, because that's not his wife's initial, either he bought them for someone and hadn't given them at the time of his death, or they were dropped there by another woman. Either case doesn't look good for him, but this is potentially some useful information. And yeah, Kit, the music is really good. Both the chiptunes and the CD tracks are really nice.
It's a life insurance policy issued by the Heart Safe Insurance Company. The policyholder was Bill Robbins, and the beneficiary is his wife, Janet. It entitles her to $10 million. Wouldn't I love a part of that?
Gotta say, in the late 80s, $10 million is a lot of money.
This is a blonde, long-haired wig. There's nothing special about it. No blood, no print.
So, no useful identifying information from the wig other than the fact that whoever wore it may well have made herself into the blonde-haired, long-haired woman who was seen at the restaurant. Which is useful in that it suggests there's a non-blonde person we're looking for.
It's a .22 caliber Derringer pistol, the type of gun generally used for personal protection. Shots have been fired from it. The fingerprints found on it belong to Shelley McDonald and Ralph Carrington.
That's right! I forgot that Shelley's prints were on the gun. Man, yeah. I'm very curious what the hell she was doing with Ralph's pistol. Or if it's not Ralph's pistol, what Ralph is doing with Shelly's pistol. Either case, it doesn't look good for either of them, so we'll have to see what that means. I think we might have to pay Shelly another visit and search her place thoroughly again.
It's a butcher knife with a narrow blade. It is about the same size as the murder weapon. We found traces of type AB blood.
Right, the gun was found at the victim's place.
It's possible that this scalpel was used in the murder of Bill Robbins. We could detect no fingerprints or bloodstains on the scalpel.
And that scalpel was possessed by the doctor in his home and not at the office, which is really extremely weird.
This looks like a secret HH Company account book. Look at how much money the company borrowed. Its financial situation must be real. This is the Liberty Bank's bank book in the name of a Mr. Stanley Howard. The account was practically empty until Mr. Howard deposited a huge chunk of money this month.
You should take a...
Definitely some interesting stuff there. So I'm first going to head over to Shelly's place again and talk to her about the gun another time, and then
I've already...
try searching again.
Other than... I don't wear a wig. I have never used a pistol.
She keeps insisting on not knowing anything about the pistol, or rather, I guess she isn't insisting she doesn't know anything about it. She's just saying that she's never used a pistol, which is one of those technically correct statements where, like, oh, does she just mean she never fired it? Which may be technically correct, but still extremely suspicious. So she doesn't have much other information to give us. I'll try refreshing my
parents died when I was young.
memory of the different things she has to say about these things and about different people and see if anything comes out of that, but it's not looking like it.
I belong. I don't. I don't. Sorry.
Wait a sec.
I've come by the office a few times to see Bill. No, I don't know why.
Tony has come by the office to see Bill. Tony's company is in severe financial distress, and he seems to be borrowing money from shady sources. Has he been borrowing money from Bill? Is that what's been keeping the holdings afloat? I feel like that would give him a pretty solid reason to commit murder.
Sorry. He used... I've never... He's the... I don't... She worked... I don't... He's a friend of Edward Robbins. He has a bad reputation with the Amateur Writers Society. He's conceited, but it's not just that. Apparently, he was involved in some shady deals in New York. Oh.
That's right. I forgot that Manuel Barclay had talked to Bill. Again, interesting detail for a guy who seems to have very weak relationships to the rest of the cast. Something has got to be going on there. Interesting. Okay, so there's a blood-stained scarf in the drawer. So this is another one of those ones where it takes going back and searching places after getting a different lead to uncover something in a place. It's definitely making this complicated. Well, let's take that scarf and go get it analyzed at the police station. I want to know who the hell's blood that is.
You look dead.
Any new leads?
I've got new leads, all right.
It's a silk scarf. We found traces of type AB blood on it.
Okay. That's interesting.
How's it?
Well, I'm going to go ask her about that scarf.
I've already...
You really won't tell me anything else about that scarf, huh? Why you had a blood-stained scarf in your room? Hey, Scotchulus! Nice to see you.
Nobody came here and... Other than...
You know what? I think I'm going to see if I can get an arrest warrant for her based on that scarf.
What do you want? Okay. You can go ahead and make an arrest. This is someone you should bring in for questioning.
I'm glad you agree with me. Having a bloodstained scarf in her bedroom is a good sign that, yes, there is a reason to bring her in for questioning. And yeah, we just made some progress in the case, so good time to pop in. I searched someone's place I'd already searched and managed to uncover some evidence we missed last time, which is a blood-stained scarf in the victim's secretary's bedroom. I can't remember if the victim had type AB blood or not, which might be relevant. At any rate, I can start interrogating her and see what she has to say about that. This is the kind of game where to interrogate people, you need to get an arrest warrant to call them in for questioning. And you can only get an arrest warrant if you actually have reasonable proof. And in this case, it turns out that finding a bloodstained scarf in her bedroom is actually pretty reasonable circumstantial evidence to call her in for questioning. Ah, and nice, Aura. I'm glad you're off work for the day and you can get started on the weekend early. Alright, let's call in Shelley McDonald and show her the scarf.
That...
Nothing else to say other than just that.
That's my gun.
So it's her gun. Why did Ralph have your gun?
That's my gun.
This really does have an Ace Attorney kind of vibe, doesn't it, Aura? It makes me wonder how much Ace Attorney was influenced by this game and other games like this one.
Please believe me, I don't know.
I actually do believe her that she doesn't know anything about the wig. But let's see about the other one.
Please believe me, I don't know.
What about the earrings that have, I believe, your initials on them?
They don't belong to me.
Okay, they're not hers. I actually do believe her on that. I think they might be someone else's. We know there's another person with SM initials in this game.
Please believe me, I don't know. Please believe me, I don't know. Please believe... Please believe me. That...
Nothing more to say about that scarf, huh? Let's start questioning. Hey, Vikram. Yeah, I feel like the scarf and the pistol have given us some really good leads here. So, like, the thing is, the victim in this case was stabbed, not shot. But the fact that someone else took the pistol and hid it feels to me like a pretty solid sign that something is going on here with this.
I'm not the murderer. I didn't do it. I didn't want to kill Bill. I didn't. I swear it. What do you mean? Leave me alone. I'm not the murderer. I didn't do it. I used to be Bill Robbins' secretary. The day of the murder, I took off work. I didn't so much as see my boss all day. I am not the murderer. That...
So she's fairly insistent
I'm...
that it's not her.
They don't belong to me.
But we've got some interesting details there. I'm going to try calling the other people here now and start asking them about the extra bit of evidence that we've got, because I think there's some useful extra details here that, or useful extra items here we might be able to get more info about.
I don't know anything, but
Okay, so he doesn't know anything about any of the evidence here.
what do you, I told, I don't,
See, the scalpel is one this guy should be able to talk about, because this is the doctor, and we found the scalpel at his house. The fact he won't talk about it at all is suspicious.
I'm the Robbins family physician. I'll admit that it was a mistake on my part not to mention that I had been at McBain's house the night Bill was killed. Still, the fact remains that I didn't have anything to do with Bill's murder.
Alright, let's try calling the other two people and start showing them things and see if there's anything new that comes out of them. So I think there might be some more that we could get out of them with this evidence.
Listen, Inspector, I don't know anything, so please let me go now. Listen, Inspector. That was the money I got from selling the car I'd stolen. I didn't kill anybody. I only stole one lousy car. Back off.
Back off!
I couldn't kill anybody. I'm not that kind of man. Yes, I stole the car from the Robbins Trading Company's parking lot. I couldn't sell my books, and I was having a hard time. I'm truly sorry. It was a bad judgment call. I'll admit to stealing a car, but I sure as didn't kill anyone. It's true. You gotta believe me.
What was that? That was very strange.
Listen, Inspector. This...
Alright, well, the sound does seem to be still working, so I'm going to call Manuel Barkley and see what he has to say.
What can I tell you? I don't know. What can I tell you? What can... What... 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 What can...
I'm sure you didn't know about
can
the
I tell
account book. I have a
What can
feeling
I tell you?
Manuel Barkley has something to do with the
What can I...
HH Company funds, but he doesn't seem to want to talk about it.
I'm not the murderer. I didn't do anything. I don't know anything. I can't answer you. I don't know anything. My name is Manuel Barkley, and I'm visiting from Brazil. I don't understand what I'm supposed to have done. You cops are really something, treating me like this.
Alright. I'm going to try confession on Shelley another couple times to see if anything else comes up, but otherwise...
Bill Robbins met my sister in New York and married her for her money. He spent it all, every penny. And when my sister couldn't support him anymore, he walked out on her.
Man.
As I said, when my sister's money ran out, Bill dumped her. Well, Bill was her whole life. When she realized he wasn't coming back, she shot herself in the head with that gun.
Oh my god.
I came to this town to avenge my sister's death, but I gave up that silly idea.
So is that why she had the gun?
As I said,
I have to say, she seems to have a strong motive for killing Bill.
Bill practically killed my sister. I was just waiting for the right moment to pay him back. When it came down to it, though, I couldn't kill him. I just couldn't. I didn't kill him. It's not true. I didn't do it. I said I didn't do it.
Alright, I'm going to start showing her evidence again because she might talk a little more.
They don't belong to me. Please, that...
Really won't tell me any more about that? Yeah, or we're definitely learning some stuff now. I'm going to try hitting the confession button a couple of times on some of the other people because it seems like that gets results.
I'm the Robbins family physician.
Oops, I didn't mean to switch people.
I'm the Robbins family physician. I'll admit...
Alright, we're not getting any more out of him.
What?
Alright. Don't think we're getting anything more out of people here now, but I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to save my game. Because we just got some useful stuff there. I'm going to take a peek at the investigation screen, and then I'm going to start asking people about the scarf and the pistol again. And maybe about Shelley, because we might learn a little more from that.
JB, you are hot on the trail. Go for it.
Thank you, Jad. So, we're getting up there, but that's not 100%, which is interesting. Thought we were closer to that. Yeah, there must be more evidence than I realized.
Hey.
All right. Back onto the road, and let's start hitting up people to ask about these new bits of evidence we've got.
Still more. If it's about...
What?
So I'm going to try asking about another couple of these people here, just because of some of the extra information we're getting out of this.
He's taking the day off.
Shelley's taking the day off in a holding cell, but okay.
McBain. He. Oh. I don't. As the. He. Work.
Alright, not much else with him. But if we keep going... Actually, now that I think of it, I wonder if there's anything new at McBain's place. Now that we've done the stuff with Shelley.
Man. It's none of my business.
Really? Nothing more to say than that. Still nothing. The fact that we're not finding anything in here tells me that that evidence, there's going to be something that shows up in here once I've done something else in the game. I'm just going to have to figure out what it is. So I think if I go from place to place, digging in on some of the new stuff that I've learned here, I might get something else of use. Let's see. We can ask him about the account book. Yeah, so Aura, the thing with the revenge plot is the main lead, I think, is going to be Ralph. So I might head over to the Carringtons next. Specifically because Ralph had the pistol. And the fact that he had Shelley's pistol that has to do with the sister revenge plot tells me that something is going on there, and he isn't telling us everything all about it.
An account book? I don't know anything about company finances. My father takes care of all that.
Alright, well in that case we can go and talk to his dad about the finances as well.
Business? It's a horse riding club. It's a horse riding club. Bill, you... I can't... It was a terrible case. Now...
That takes on a different tone now that we know about Shelley. Like, oh, she knew everything about Bill's business because she was keeping an eye on him while prepping for revenge. Alright, well that being the case, there's probably other people to talk to, but the first thing I'm going to do is head over to the Carringtons and start grilling Ralph. And I guess everyone here, really.
There's... No.
Alright, Janet, what's up here?
I don't know. Oh. I'm... What?
Alright, nothing new from her then. So let's talk to Ralph. See what you've got for us, Ralph.
There's nothing worth talking about.
I don't believe you, Ralph.
There's nothing. I don't know. I don't. No. No. Okay. I don't.
Alright, what if I ask you directly about Shelley?
She used to be Bill's secretary. She's a very reliable, bright woman, and nice, too. And working for a jerk like that. She used to be Bill's secretary.
Not going to give us any more information about her, huh?
Never met. Don't.
I'm actually kind of surprised we can't ask about the scarf. I wonder who else we could ask about that. I kind of wonder at this point if at one point I'm going to be able to get a an arrest warrant for Ralph to do more questioning. Or maybe I can even do that now. I should try. Yeah, there must be something else going on with Ralph more than what we know. Who else might we be able to ask about this scarf? Oh, now that I think of it, I need to ask the Holdings about this account book.
How can I... Sorry, I don't know much about the company.
Alright, Tony, what are you gonna tell me?
The account book? What about it? Are you implying that there's something funny with our company's account book?
That's exactly what I'm applying, Tony.
Are you...
Really, you won't say anything else.
What?
Tell me a little more about this. Yeah, maybe I can arrest him. That might be what I should be doing right now, is go see if I can get another couple arrests in based on the information we just got.
What do you want, Harry?
Let's see. Nope, we can't get an arrest warrant for Tony. What about Ralph? Really?
Listen, Harold. Listen.
We've got a decent amount of evidence about Tony, but not enough to do anything with, I guess. I'm fairly sure there's nowhere else this gets me a search warrant for.
I've all...
You should take...
Well, we've got to be able to ask some more people about this based on what we know here. Maybe I will just start going through places sequentially and asking for more info. Right, we already went to the holding company.
Oh, you again. I don't know. I don't know. Sure. What? Now that you mention. I don't. It's.
Alright, not much else there, fair enough. I wonder if we can get any more info about Shelley
More.
now that we've arrested her. Nope. Where's Shelley? There
Doesn't
we
ring a bell.
Okay, neither of them know her.
That night. I have. His murder goes.
Oh, I just realized. What if I go to the bank and I ask them about the account book? They might be able to say something about it.
I understand.
Let's see. Really? Nothing.
Liberty Bank, at the risk of... I've had business dealings with him. He... She used to be... She...
I've been wondering the same thing, Aura. The impression I'm getting is that Manuel Barkley might have something to do with that. He might be some kind of underworld finance guy. We don't know for sure at this point. Yeah, that's the thing. There's a bunch of loose ends at this point, and tying those together is the complicated part. Alright, I'm going to skip a few of the businesses, but I'm going to go to named people's homes
come in.
and start asking some more questions about some of these.
I don't know. Earrings? It's... She... She's the nurse. She's... My father... That's...
Let's assuming there's nothing else to find in here by doing another search, but you never know. Oh ho! New evidence. An IOU for a lot of money. Okay. Let me get back to the station and take a look at that.
Any new This is an IOU acknowledging a debt of $300,000. The lender was Bill Robbins and the borrower, Tony Holding. The term of repayment has expired.
Okay. Tony, you have some explaining to do. I want you to tell me what this is about. But I'm also going to go into the interrogation room and see what all of our suspects have to say about it.
I'm the rock. I don't.
Wonder if she knows about it.
Please believe.
Apparently not.
Bill Robbins met my sister. As I said, when my...
Listen.
Alright, Manuel. Tell me if you know about this IOU.
What can I tell?
Nothing. Darn.
My name.
Alright, well at any rate, it's time to give Tony a visit.
How can I...
Alright, let's try talking to Tony. There we go. We can ask him about the IOU.
I've never borrowed any money.
That's not true.
I don't know. I didn't borrow money from anyone. Is that clear?
Are you telling me this is fake then?
I don't...
Alright, Tony. I'm gonna see if I can get him arrested for that and then question him more at the station. So I will see if I can talk to Lucy and if she'll give me any more info. Okay, nope. Oops, I didn't
How
mean
can I
to.
help you?
Well, Harold?
Alright. Are you serious? You're telling me you don't think that's enough to suspect him for? Come on. Surely that's enough to get something. I really feel like there's gotta be something going on. Yeah, maybe the bank has something to say about this. Return cop room is such a great phrasing every time. I love it. Alright, let's head to the bank, see what they've got to say. Okay, he doesn't seem to know anything about it.
At the...
I'm going to try What if I try going to McBain's again and see if he knows about any of this other evidence? Because again, I don't seem to have found anything at his place, even though I got a search warrant, and that seems suspicious to me. There's got to be something in this guy's place.
It's none of my business.
Nothing, huh? Well, what if I search some more? Still nothing. So I think something's going to show up here, but not until later. Alright, well there's a few possible angles here, one of which is, I think, Edward. If I talk to the father, he might have something about it. Yes, I can ask him.
What is it? What is it?
Oh, come on! You've got to know something about it, right?
What? That... I don't want to... He's a... Janet... I don't... He... Oh... Ever since... He... I do... Who's... He...
Okay, not much more with him. Which again seems kind of surprising given the IOU, but... I have tried to ask the detainees about the IOU and no one else had anything about it. Let's see. Maybe I'll try asking at the company. The person here didn't seem to know much about company business, but maybe they'd know about the IOU?
An IOU? For what? I don't know what you're talking about. Everything is going... It wasn't terrible. It's a horse ride. I can't...
Actually, what if I get a search warrant for the HH company? Maybe I can do that now? I don't think I tried to get new search warrants, just arrest warrants.
What do you want? Come on.
You serious? Surely I've got to have enough here.
Come on, Harry.
Yeah, okay. It looks like I don't have any new...
I understand.
Oh! Okay, never mind. I've got a search warrant for Edward Robbins' house. Okay, let's head over.
You should take a...
Let's see what's at Edward Robbins' house.
Who is it?
Alright, now we can search. Now we've got new stuff to find. Oh, wow. There's a lot of rooms in this place. I guess it is a mansion. Oh ho! Something hidden in the painting, huh? A newspaper clipping. Very suspicious. Alright, as per usual, I can't look at it in detail until I get back to the police station. So I'm going to finish searching here, and then I'll go see the details of what we just found. Okay. A personal letter. Okay, that's a bunch of evidence in here. Ouch. Death card. Alright. 2 new pieces of evidence at once is significant in this game. They didn't let me take the card. It was not actually evidence, it was just scene setting, I think. Alright, let's head over to identification and turn in our 2 new bits of equipment.
Any new
Or
leads?
evidence, sorry. Alright.
It's a letter addressed to SM, my love. It starts off, what do you see in a man like him? It goes on to say, I'm the only one who really loves you, and I would kill for you. The letter was written by Fred Robbins.
Fred Robbins. Okay. Now keep in mind the SM earrings that we found earlier in the victim's room. So I'm assuming this is Fred talking to whoever Bill was having an affair with. So I think we're going to have to start asking Fred some questions.
This is a 20-year-old newspaper clipping. The headline reads, will the case of Liberty Bank's embezzled funds ever be solved? Could there be a connection between that case and the Robbins case?
Well, given Bill was talking about Liberty Bank when he was leaving the night of the murder, it definitely makes me wonder what kind of connection there might be there. So with that, at any rate, I'm going to pay Fred a visit, and then I'm going to see if I can get an arrest warrant.
Who is it?
No one here. It's Fred at the other Robbins house, I guess.
Please come in. Hi.
Okay, yep, that's Fred.
I don't know, maybe it could be mine.
Are you sure? This letter signed by you could be yours.
Yes, I wrote the letter, but what does it have to do with the murder?
Maybe the part where you said, I could kill.
I must have been about 10 then, but I don't remember anything about it. I don't know what... I don't know...
Alright, I'm gonna see if I can get an arrest warrant for Fred.
How's the invest?
What do you want, Harold? Okay.
Okay, good. Yep.
Go ahead and make an arrest. This is someone you should bring in for questioning.
Alright, well, with that, we have some more questioning we can do. I think it's all coming together. Actually, now that I think of it, I'm going to take a look at the investigation page here. Okay, yeah, we've moved up to 75% evidence now, which is a lot, I think. Average 69. Very nice, huh? Good time to save, just in case. And now, let's go do some investigation. Alright, let's call Fred. And see what he has to say.
They're a present I gave someone. Okay, it was Susie McNally.
Okay, so the earrings... Fred was the one who gave the earrings as a present. But as I recall, they were found in Bill's room, and SM is Susie, which gives us a lot of information to go off of with Susie here. I think we're going to have to give her a talking to after this.
He didn't trust insurance agents. Said they were the scum of the earth. No matter how many people encouraged him to get insurance, he never bought any.
Okay, so his wife took out an insurance policy on him against his own will, which is also interesting, I think.
It means nothing to me. Yes. The initials SM stand for Susie McNally. It means nothing to me. It means...
Right, so he doesn't know the details of some of the other stuff here. I have a suspicion that Fred might not actually be the killer, but I think he's going to lead us to some useful clues here.
I didn't! Please believe me! I couldn't have killed my brother! Get off my back. I'm innocent! I didn't! Please believe me! I'm the victim's younger brother. The night Bill was killed, I went to the movies and then back home. I had no reason to want my brother dead. Come on, please release me. Okay, so I didn't go right home. After the movie, I waited for Bill in front of the Hungry Fisherman. I threatened to tell Janet about his affair with Susie, but he just shrugged and said to go ahead and tell Janet. Said he couldn't care less.
Interesting.
It made me really angry, so I grabbed him and we fought. And then, what could I do? Just went home. It's true. I'm not lying. Please believe me.
Okay, that's a lot of really interesting information.
I've always had an inferiority complex towards Bill, and yes, I hated him because of what he had going with Susie, but I sure as didn't kill him.
We've got some very interesting
I've always...
bleeping going on in this game, and yeah, we're getting
There's
a
no
lot
point in
here.
yelling. I've told you a million times, I could never have hurt Bill. Can't answer.
So I think we should go talk to Susie.
How's the investigation coming along?
See what Susie has to say.
What do you want? I didn't go anywhere that night. Nothing in particular. I don't know. I'm not ready to get married yet. Besides, there's no one for me. I don't have a car. Funny, isn't it? That's the only time I remember Simon bringing a scalpel home from the hospital.
What do you have to say about Fred?
Fred? Come on.
All you have to say, huh?
I only talked to him once when he came to the clinic to have his appendix removed. I wish I could be of more help.
Right, so she's been lying to us about her relationship to Bill this whole time.
I've never even met her. He stops by sometimes to see Simon. You know, I think he actually came by the night of the murder. I don't know. Sorry. I've never met him. Don't. Mrs. Smith didn't seem to like Bill much. When he was in the clinic for the appendectomy, she didn't visit him once. I don't even think she called. I don't know her.
So all we have in terms of the name Aura is the initials SM. It's Fred who confirmed that those initials stood for her name,
I don't.
which does seem like
I don't.
fairly solid evidence at
friend
this
of mine.
point.
No. I don't. Sorry.
It had been between her and Shelley McDonald, the SM initials, but at this point it's clearly Susie. Actually, I wonder if there's any possible new evidence I might find now that we know more about her. Probably not, but it's worth checking. Okay, yeah, nothing new. She didn't have anything new to say about the... Actually, weirdly, I can't ask her about the earrings at all, which seems strange. But I might try talking to McBain again and searching his place again.
It's none of my... Man. That's the... See you...
Alright, no information on any of these people. If I try searching again... Still nothing new here. Oh hey Deb! Yeah, we've made some interesting progress. So we've confirmed that the victim was having an affair with the doctor's daughter at the time of his death. And the victim's brother was jealous of his affair with Susie. We found a letter where to Susie where he more or less threatened Bill. He's talking about how he'd be willing to kill, but he's claiming that he didn't do it. The amount of information we have about Susie, possibly his affair with Susie, which she doesn't seem to want to talk to us about at all, is suspicious. Which does make me wonder if we can call her in for questioning at this point.
What do you want?
Still not enough, huh?
Listen.
Don't think there's anywhere new for us to get a search warrant for at this point either.
How's the investigation?
I wonder who else we could ask about these things. Right, the victim says it's empty because the brother was the only one there. But the other Robins might have something to say now that we've... Right, the newspaper clipping. We haven't even investigated the newspaper clipping yet. I should be showing that to people.
I never touch anything in Mr. Robbins' room. Mr. Rob...
Oh, right, I can ask her about the letter.
It's probably Freddy.
Yeah, I figured that much out. Thank you, though. What does she know about Susie?
I may be old-fashioned, but I can't say I approve of her morals. It doesn't take her long to get to know a man, if you know what I mean.
I might know what you mean. I wonder if the victim's
Still-
father will have anything to
If it's about...
tell us about that clipping. Aha.
I don't know anything about that.
You sure?
I don't know anything about that. What is it? What is it? What happened? No, nothing. Oh, that's the nurse over at Simon.
Not much else to say there, huh? Actually, wait, I should go to ask the bank about the embezzlement. Show them the old newspaper clipping. They might have something to say about it. If anyone would have something to say about it. Really? Nothing? Okay. Alright, well if it's not that, I'll try asking the other businesses here about this. Right, he doesn't know anything about the money that his company has borrowed. That's something that only the father of the holdings who runs the company would be willing to talk about.
Oh, you're...
Alright, nothing new over here.
What is it?
Love the description of this guy as a seedy looking man. I'm actually not sure he's all that seedy looking. Suspicious maybe, but I'm not sure about seedy per se.
Mrs. Robbins came in to sign the contract about a month ago. She said everything seemed to be in order. Mrs. I've never... I don't...
Okay, not much else to speak of there. What about the holdings? Maybe they'll have something new to say.
How can I help you? So, Susie's father was a friend of Dr. Randall. When he died about 20 years ago, Dr. Randall helped support Susie. Then, when her mother died, he took her in.
I don't know. I didn't borrow money from anyone. Is that clear? Are you implying that there's something funny with our company's account book?
I think I am implying that.
What a waste. He was brilliant. Quite a businessman. I don't know. Edward Robbins is a... Sorry. I don't... He's...
Oh wait, that wasn't everyone. There's one more person to
How can
talk
I-
to. Alright, Lucy. What about...
Sorry.
What do you
Don't think she's going to talk to us at all, but I'll try again.
No. I'm not ready. I don't have... Funny, isn't it? I do... I only talk... I don't... Mrs. Smith... He's a friend.
Not much more to ask about here either. Who else could we ask, and where could we go? I guess we can go to the Carringtons again and see if any of that other information we've got will be relevant.
No. This is the second marriage for both of us. My first husband died when Janet and Ralph were about a year old. I married Joe 10 years ago. What do you... I joined. You're it?
That's right, I'm tired now. Please come back some other time when asking her about suspicious things. Oh, I can ask about her father now? That's new information.
I don't know. I've been told that my father died when we were just babies. He didn't leave anything behind, not a trace. And my mother threw out every picture, every memento, when she married my stepfather.
That's interesting.
I've been told. All I...
What does Ralph have to say about this? Oh, hey, Carrie.
My real father died when I was a baby. As far as I'm concerned, my stepdad is my real father. There's nothing worth talking about. I don't know anything about any insurance policy. I don't know... No.
Anything else? No.
Okay, I kind of forgot. No. She used to be Bill's secretary. She's a very reliable, bright woman, and nice, too. And working for a jerk like that. To be honest, I hated his guts. The guy was a dirtbag. Still, I wouldn't wish death on anyone. My mom is really worried about Janet. She's afraid she'll never pull herself back together. Has he been arrested?
Yeah, Fred's been arrested.
I don't know him. He's kind of a recluse. Not too good with most people. But he's been great to me and Janet. My sister's in lousy shape. She's cracking up. And I don't want to talk about it, okay?
It's such a tone there. Yeah, no Shelley Duvall in this game, says Scotulus. Maybe there should be.
I don't know him. I've seen her with Bill at the Hungry Fisherman. She didn't like Bill at all. Not that I blame her. Fred has always been her little darling. I bet she's thrilled that he's going to be head of the company now. She used to be Bill's... She played... Never. Don't know him.
Don't think there'll be any new evidence here, but you never know. Wonder where else I can go at this point. Where have I not spent enough time searching? I'm still convinced I'm missing something here. I just don't know what or how.
It's none of my business. The boy is incapable of killing anyone.
Interesting, he's actually got a specific comment about Fred.
I don't know. He seems nice enough.
Or the main thing that seems relevant to me here is that he's one of the two people we know who was involved in the Red Rum Club. Red Tie Club? Red Tie Club. It was him and Edward Robbins. One of the two of them is going to be our source of information about that, especially because that guy at the cemetery keeps talking about it and was pointing us to specific evidence that we want to know about it. He was like, oh, if only there was a record book. And it's like, yeah, I wish there was a record book. I keep searching this guy's house and not finding a record book.
There's a rumor going around that the HH company is in big trouble. Don't know the lady. What I've heard, he's a hopeless businessman, but he's got his good points. He sure loves that wife of his. Joe Carrington.
That's an interesting comment.
Joe Carrington is one strange guy. I keep away from him. She's had a tough break, poor kid, but she's young. She'll get over it. No, I don't know him. Simon is innocent. What's gotten into you? That's the young girl that Simon is taking care of. She's the Robin. She used to be Bill's secretary. Who?
I'm going to have to refresh my memory of where exactly... Wait, I forgot to search. But after I search, I'm going to refresh my memory of where exactly Joe Carrington is and how I can ask him questions. Oh ho! On your second search of the closet, you turn up an old notebook. Red Tie Club membership is written on the cover. Okay, I'm taking that immediately and heading right back to the police station.
Any new lead?
This is a membership roster for the Red Tie Club. There are only 4 names listed. James McBain, Edward Robbins, Simon Randall, and Henry Klein.
Okay, several names we know here. And one we don't. Who's Henry Klein? I'm going to go to the interrogation room and start asking people about it. In fact, Simon Randall. If I ask him about this.
I don't know.
Really? Not going to tell me about it?
What? I'm the...
Alright, I'm gonna try calling the other people here and asking them about it. And yeah, Edward isn't arrested yet, so I think now that we have that, I can go talk to Ed and get info from him about it potentially. And that's right, of course, the guy in the church who specifically said, oh, if only this specific piece of evidence existed. Well, now it does.
Hey, leave me alone.
Means nothing to me. Alright. First things first, I'm going to save. Yeah, then I'll call in God for questioning, Jeb. All right. Into the cemetery.
You surprised me.
Wait a sec. Okay, Wilberforce. He's not the Klein guy.
If
Okay, I can't show him the membership list, I guess. What if I ask him
he's the
about these people by name?
he's got to know more. I'm so
Alright, well I think that's probably more of a hint than a come back and ask me. So I'm going to try asking Edward and McBain about this list of members.
You
Yeah, there we go.
that well,
So that's so. Alright, let's head to the Robbins Company and ask him about it.
if it's
I don't know anything about that. The Robbins Trading Company is a thriving business. Its financial situation is better than stable. What happened? What happened?
What happened? Alright, let's see. What if I go to the... Yeah, it's a very what happened moment. Gotcha. I'm gonna try going to the Robbins house and
Who is it?
see if I can show it to her.
I remember hearing that years and years ago, Mr. Robbins was involved in some sort of club. I think that was the name. Can you believe there was speculation that Bill had committed the crime? Just preposterous! Mr. Robbins went to the police and made sure they didn't spread that crazy story all over town. Can you... I had a husband. I remember... Well...
Let's see. Who else could I... Wait, of course. I should ask Randall's
What do you want?
daughter about...
My father died of...
Nope, okay. I was wondering if she would have something to say about the club, but apparently not.
I don't... Funny. I... Is that... I don't know.
Gonna try... Who else could I ask? Maybe the Holdings and maybe the Carrington would have something to say about this.
Welcome. Sorry. The...
I don't know.
Oh, maybe his mother knows more about it. Okay. That's a useful bit of info there, I think. So I'll try going to the holdings after this.
An account in business?
Alright. I say this every single time, but I still can't get over the fact that there is literally a holding company because it's owned by someone named Holding. It's really just incredible.
Sorry. It's... Well, there is. Well...
What's that? What's that?
Right, so he doesn't know about the Red Tie Club, and he will absolutely not talk about the account book or the IOU in any meaningful sense. But Lucy, who we've been told continually will talk to anyone about anything, does she have anything to say?
Yes. Yes. It's probably beside the point, but I wasn't feeling well the night of the murder, so I called Dr. Randall's office. But nobody answered. Nobody was at his house either. I was feeling...
So nothing new. Nothing new then. Another dead end, huh? Who could possibly have more to say about this? It's funny, I was sure that getting that members list was going to unlock a whole bunch of stuff, but instead I'm feeling a little...
Destiny Brown.
a little stuck here again.
Come. I was...
Yeah, I think you're right, Aura. I should go back to the interrogation room and do a full round of everything on everyone.
Means...
The newspaper clipping is still definitely going to be relevant. Accidentally cut the microphone, so I may have cut out briefly. I should be back now, though. Yeah, or the situation with the clipping is that it's referring to a 20-year-old cold case embezzlement at the Liberty Bank. I went to the bank and I wasn't able to get any more information about it there. I have a feeling that it's going to come up, but I haven't quite got the right angle of attack there. Now that's interesting. The newspaper clipping has a different, I don't know about it. Oh darn, the game audio got cut accidentally when the headphone device got cut briefly, the one with the microphone. Uh, this is probably when I finish this round of interrogations, a good time to leave off for the day anyway. So if you don't mind the game being silent for a little bit, I'll just keep it as is for now. Yeah, that newspaper clipping is the only one he has a different response for. Something's going on there. And she still won't give me details about the scarf, even though it was found at her place. So the scarf is, I think, one of the remaining things at this point. Yeah, sorry about that, Kit. There are technical issues that dropped the game audio. I'd restart the game to get the audio back, but since I'm going to be ending the stream after this round of interrogations, I think it's probably best to just leave it as is right now. So I'm seeing what else Manuel might know about these. Oh ho! At the time the incident occurred, he was working for the Robbins Trading Company. That's new information. A lot of people claim they don't know who he is, but that blows up that theory, which is interesting. Aha, we have a new confession now that we've got that. I went to see Edward Robbins. I wanted to ask him about Henry Klein, which is the name that was in that record book of the members of the Red Tie Club. When I asked for Mr. Robbins, though, the secretary sent me into Bill Robbins's office. That's how I met Bill. Bill was really surprised to hear about Klein. The day after I met Bill, he came to visit me in my hotel room and asked me for every detail I knew about Klein. That's all. Okay. Well, I think when we pick this up again next week, that gives us quite a lot to work with. So I'm going to save the game here, and that leaves us off here for this week with some very good evidence and some good leads to go on next week when we pick this up again. So thank you as always, everyone, for coming hang out with me. This was a lot of fun. And I'm looking forward to some more murder investigations with you later. I hope you all have a lovely weekend and enjoy yourselves. And see you all around later on the internet. Bye, everyone.